Namaste and welcome to Super Over. So this is somewhere where I can talk cricket. One of the passions for me early on in my career as a broadcaster was sport, was cricket. But I used to watch it as a fan, and now slowly, gradually following it up over the years, watching it closely. The interest in sport has remained, and with the developments, there are some things which are very, very similar. Politically, मौसम जो है captains के लिए ठीक नहीं लग रहा है विराट कोहली हो या अमरिंदर सिंह and that is a meme that's also doing the rounds now, quite surprising. In fact, frankly, it's not surprising. When I thought that he stood up to say that he's going to give up the T20 World Cup or captaincy in the T20 format internationally for India, why is he continuing to be the captain with as far as IPL is concerned? Was there franchise pressure, and somebody like Virat Kohli will not succumb to that kind of pressure or does not need that kind of pressure? He's perhaps one of the few cricketers who've stuck through with one particular franchise. In fact, today's match with KKR is going to be his 200th IPL game, and he's the only one to play it with the same franchise right through. There are others who have obviously played multiple, they have played 200 matches before. He's actually the fifth to get there. Suresh Raina, Rohit Sharma, Dinesh Karthik, and of course Mahi or MS Dhoni are those who have played 200 IPL games before Virat, but he's the only one to play 200 IPL fixtures with just the KKR. So it did come to my mind at that time कि भाई ये जो छोड़ दिया ये क्यों कर रहे हो आईपीएल क्यों कर रहे हो many are asking why are you doing it after this tournament because there is too little time for him to make the announcement before the tournament for somebody else to step in, groom, work with the team. So, and of course, that chance at silverware, RCB are number 3 on the leaderboard as far as IPL is concerned. And of course, T20 World Cup being played in the UAE. So Virat would want to fancy his chances saying, let me give it one go, one last go, and see if I can do what Dhoni did in 2007, that is win the T20 World Cup. Can I do that? Is that possible for me? And he's giving himself one more shot before he lets go and focuses on his batting. So it didn't come as a surprise to me, frankly, when he said that he's going to step away from captaining RCB. So what am I looking for this time? Is who is it that he encourages, or who is it that he allows to take the lead in the field? Of course, there are great minds out there with him, and AB de Villiers is there, so we would not want to look beyond that. But overall, it'll be interesting to see how Virat Kohli approaches this. Is that relief already going to come through that he's going to let go after this? Will he be able to bring that certain amount of intensity that he brings to his batting and to his captaincy? And will that also perhaps allow him to get that rub of the green so that some of the matches, the critical aspects, it gets him to that elusive silverware? Overall, from where it looks like that Virat Kohli has decided, listen, I cannot be a successful captain in terms of winning silverware or winning tournaments, winning titles as much as a Mahendra Singh Dhoni or a Rohit Sharma have. But what I can do is go ahead and get to where no other batsman has been before. That is to at least about 40,000 runs in international cricket. Already today, he's just about 71 runs short, if I remember correctly, 71 runs short of scoring 10,000 runs in T20 cricket. 10,000 runs in T20 cricket is, again, no mean achievement. And he is again going to be the fifth man to get there. 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, and he's going to be the first Indian to do that, because then there are West Indians and Chris Gale and Kieron Pollard. There is Shoaib Malik of Pakistan and David Warner of Australia. These are the four, and he becomes the first Indian to get 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, all formats of T20, of course. And he's just 71 runs short. He could be the first man. So scoring runs is his forte. So he would want to focus on that. But leading the side, leading the team is a different high altogether. So he didn't want to give up all that. So he's going to do it for ODIs and, of course, for Test cricket. So is this going to work? We'll have to see. Kam aayega, chalega, kya karega, pata nahi. But he's got a better side. Ek cheez hui hai, this break in the IPL somewhere seems to have given a chance, or somewhere वो कहते हैं ना कि आपदा में भी opportunity. There's an opportunity even in the problem. And that seems to have worked for the RCB, because they look a far more balanced side now compared to what they were before. And let's not forget that this season, The RCB actually has seen one of their best starts ever. They won five, lost two, and this is one of their first, and they won their first four games straight. So this is perhaps their best start. They've never won two games back to back or three games back to back at the start of a season. So that's something which is phenomenal. On the other side, they're against a KKR, which is bottom of the table, somewhere around seventh of the on the leaderboard, and they have a mirror in terms of they have lost five, won only two, and the task is cut out for Owen Morgan. Not too many changes there for KKR, except for one big change that there is no Pat Cummins and Tim Saudi comes in through, but they do have some amount of heft in their stables, and they'll be quite. They're also, and two of them, Sunil Narayan and Andre Russell, are coming off a very good Caribbean Premier League, and especially Sunil Narayan had magic with the ball, and Andre Russell played some fantastic innings through the tournament. Brilliance that was on display. So all of that should come in handy for the Kolkata Knight Riders, and they will also have Lockie Ferguson. Lockie Ferguson coming into play with no Pat Cummins getting there. That will also give them a certain amount of speed and pep. If you look at the Royal Challengers Bangalore, then the Royal Challengers Bangalore may have gotten a Vanindu Hasaranga, who's going to be an interesting addition to their side, and he will perhaps be playing with Yuzvendra Chahal. So it just looks like they will get some more balance as far as their bowling is concerned, which is now looking much better with Tim David, Dushmanta Chamera, and also George Carton. George Carton, anyway, is not there, not unlikely to get the game because he's not coming to the UAE. He's going to land in only today sometime, and then has to go through the entire quarantine drill. But this group looks better. Washington Sundar is out because of a finger injury. Shahbaz Ahmed will then come in. And so if you look at that balance, you have AB de Villiers also ready to play a role where he'll try and milk in the middle overs and then go bang, bang, bang all the way. And then he's also got Glenn Maxwell to give him certain amount of cushioning. So with batting and with bowling, RCB looks a far more balanced side than they were at the start of the tournament. They were looking good, but they look good. Virat Kohli, Devdutt Padikkal, Rajat Patidar, then Glenn Maxwell, De Villiers, Shabazz, Kylie Jameson, then Hasaranga, Harshal Patel, Mohammad Siraj, and Yuzvendra Chahal. If that is going to be the playing 11, somewhere a little more bowling heavy, less, you would want to see one or two more all-rounders there perhaps, but if they have that kind of batting right at the top, and with Glenn Maxwell and De Villiers still, so the 4-5 at the top, if they themselves are able to deliver, even one or two of them get going, I think the match is pretty much sorted. But it's going to be interesting. They're going to play it in Abu Dhabi, and अबू धाबी में यूजुअली सब चेज करते हैं, जो टॉस जीतता है वो चेज करता है, तो ये देखता है कि ठीक है 160 170 में चेज कर लूंगा because the wicket plays through, there's not much in it for the spinners, and you would want to put the opposition in and try and restrict them and then chase it down. That's generally been the trend in Abu Dhabi. We'll have to see how the pitch plays out, but somewhere I would be focused not on the result of the match as much as the mental mindset, the body language, the attitude of Virat Kohli. How does he approach his batting? If RCB are batting first, does he open the batting? Does he come back? He'll come down later. What's the kind of uh, this? Does he allow? Are there two or three people who are taking the lead more than he is? Is he easing off a bit? Are they going to experiment with who can lead the side? Does De Villiers look like he wants to lead the side, or is there somebody else who Virat Kohli has in mind who he would want to groom and say, no, you have to come out and you have to take the lead? We'll have to wait and watch how this comes out, because it'll be interesting who he chooses. Who he chooses should step in, or perhaps he would also want to groom. Or does he decide and say, listen, this is the last time that I'm going to lead a side in the IPL. I've committed myself to Royal Challengers Bengaluru all through my playing career. I'm not going to another franchise. I've offered my services as a batsman. I'll continue to be there. So this is the last time. So let me just go all out. And do we see that intensity Virat Kohli brings in, saying that I want to win every match from here, and I want to get that hand on the silverware. And as I say bye-bye to the shortest captaincy in the shortest form, I want to get my hands on at least one silverware, IPL title or the T20 World Cup. Of course, if I get both, then fantastic, because I'll then sign off in style. And to all my detractors and all those people who say, यार तू batsman अच्छा है, captaincy तेरे से नहीं होती, तो captain भी ठीक होगा, but trophy कहाँ है? So all those people who ask those kind of questions, I am going to be able to answer those critics. But somewhere, many people would say कि उसको बोल दिया कि भाई जा हो गया. Somewhere it just looks like Virat Kohli has made a very, very serious assessment of where he wants to be, how his body is responding, how the fact that despite getting decent scores, he's not got a big 100 in the last 2 years. And that is affecting. And that's the reason, because he's too consumed by leadership and he's not able to focus as much on batsmanship or on his batting. And somewhere he's decided, if I want to play another 6 years, I'm on the wrong side of 30. Say I want to go up till 36. I want to give myself 6 years to get another 25,000 runs in international cricket and get close to 50,000 international runs. But because if anybody can do it, that's him. So I think he's decided, let me let go. Let's see. How does he let go? How does he perform? Does he stand and deliver? Or do we see a classic Kohli innings today? I'm looking forward to that. There should be runs. That's when it's fun as far as an IPL game. But my eyes will be on Virat Kohli. Well, of course, the results will matter to either side. But for me, I want to see how he approaches this game, because that could set the tone for this tournament and also the T20 World Cup. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the session of Super Over. We'll try and be regular with this. And I'll also invite you guys who are watching to please comment and also share your thoughts. And we'll have a nice give and go. Thank you very, very much. Bye for now.